and welcome to your view. I'm JJ Tabane. We're coming to you live from Linden here in Johannesburg. You know, yesterday I was talking about activism, you know, and of course the ghost of the Mamelodi floods is still with us. And tonight I'm going to be talking at the bottom of this hour to the disaster management head of the Gauteng government to tell me what they are indeed going to do. We're going to be taking that package by Linda Munisi, who has been following that story for us. We'll talk about it until those people are relocated. Why the government talk about human settlements? Wait, what's wait? Human settlements. It's a nice term, wait. It's a very nice term. Human settlement. But I also with a housing. Why with a human settlement? The people are settling in a church there. They're settling in a church for weeks. So anyway, we'll talk about that at the bottom of the hour. I want to talk about the role of unions. So part of what I was talking about yesterday was activism, to ask the question, where are the activists in the parties, in the political parties, who often during elections they run to, you know, door to door, they deliver food parcels and what? They are nowhere to be seen. They are nowhere to be seen. And I, you know, I'm sure they can donate, they can donate or gazat. Gazat, enough money to feed those people every day. That's what they know best. Terrible. Anyway, I want to talk about the rules of unions, to say, in that same church, there are workers. I can promise you now, if you go there and do a roll call, you find that there are workers in that church. There are members of COSATU, members of SAFTU, members of NUMSA, whose families are stuck in that church. Have you heard the union say a boo of a bar about that situation? Of course not. We know why. Because our unions, unfortunately, are in the pockets of the bourgeoisies. I'm using the words that they like to use. Hey, but what am I bourgeois? What these are people are bourgeoisies and they are the ruling elites. But actually, our unions over the last 2 decades have become part and parcel of the ruling elite. They know no activism whatsoever. I'm sorry. You have to dig out activism out of them about many things. I remember just recently here, the government wanted to pass some law, and I don't have the detail now, but you can go and look it up. That law or the bill was on the president's desk about to be signed. That was going to wipe out pensions of workers. They don't want to have both do throughout the years because they are privileged. One was the West. I think Lamule got referred Lungisa, you know, to just save the situation. Maybe the woman at the helm of COSATU will just make things better. Maras Doom was the West. Now you find out that the parties are Zoom. And I can dance a party as Zoom, I pay it. A bill is on the president's desk about to wipe out pensions of another bill says workers cannot march or something like that. They want to wipe out they want workers to go and ballot first before they strike. Just nonsense. It happens under their watch. Because they are sitting around the table. While their members are satisfied or are made to be content with crumbs from the master's table, they are sitting at that table. COSATU. I'm sure that's capital ringo chapter 1 COSATU. Toothless. Terrible. When last did you see a march what COSATU? Oh, serious march to demand and occasion some change. We want any love. We want a link now. Just tell me if you've seen it. Please send us a WhatsApp or no. And after they marched, this and that changed. Toothless, man. Toothless. COSATU. We need to almost relaunch COSATU from scratch. You know, COSATU used to, when COSATU said we're going to make this country ungovernable and we're going to bring the streets to a standstill. The country used to sneeze. They must just call it a picket, just to lower expectations. Where is the activist in our workers, man? In our worker organizations, in labor, where is the activism? What happened to it? The last serious, interventions I remember, maybe Kikata was about Jane I do. I'm sure he's retired now. He's busy. He's a businessman somewhere. Couldn't care, really. Right? Bazima Shilowa, maybe Gomomo at some point. But the current guys have become toothless. I'm sure ANC, brass, Baba say, how I think about it. Hey, we are going to reconfigure the alliance. Let's say, and I've brought them one by one to ask them. So when is this reconfiguration? Is there a paper? How is this alliance going to be reconfigured in order to be effective, in order to be meaningful, in order to impact on the lives of workers? No. Hey, but they sign a blank check to the ANC for elections purposes and then say, yeah, we're signing this check now. This time, we want the reconfiguration of the alliance, comrades. And if it's not reconfigured, we're going to go on our own. We're going to start our own way. Please don't provoke me to talk about the Southern Communist Party. Same difference. They're always threatening to go it alone. Go it alone now. The country is burning and you are twiddling your thumbs. You are out to lunch while Rome burns. The working class you are representing is starving. And I don't mean figuratively. What kind of a country with so much mineral wealth and a big ocean and all of the resources you can think of has 12 million people going to bed hungry? While their so-called vanguard is having dinner in big tables, in banquets, and traveling the world, and flying business class, driving in big cars. The fear of Chris Hani before his demise. And I fear that our leaders will live in mansions and drive in big Mercedes-Benz. Can I go Mercedes-Benz in the Leon? Before I have 48% discount. So Krisani now on track. Now like a Mercedes-Benz. Are they be driving in big Mercedes-Benz, staying in big mansion? Narabo COSATU. And he was not a prophet. He was an analyst. Hey, power fella remoma 30. Toothless. Take a look at what the president of COSATU said at the ANC rally out in Kimberley.
President Ramaphosa, abasebenzi bathokokuqala, we welcome the resignation of Jabu Mabuza, the former ESCOM board chairperson. Ifike ngexesha kudala silbiza. You will remember that COSATU since August last year has called for the entire board of ESCOM to step down. We are saying to the rest of the board, do the honorable thing and tender your resignation and follow suit.
But see, I really don't wish to be COSATU. There's nothing as worse than not having a program of action. As a labor organization that is meant to be a catalyst of change. How long has Jabu Mabuza been in office? Have you ever heard COSATU call him for his resignation? Or they were just being opportunistic because he decided to resign on his own. Now they run around, hey, we welcome the resignation. In fact, the whole board must go. And they've been there for 2 years. That board was there for 2 years. They endorsed it as part of the CR17. Excitement, CR17. They endorsed that board. In fact, they praised Ramaphosa for appointing him. They are the first ones who will remind us, no, he's a taxi driver. So what the hell, so what? If you used to be a taxi driver, and they're supposed to be, it's bad. what has happened to the activism within labor, right? Have you heard them saying they're going to march to remove corrupt people who have been appointed in parliament as head of parliamentary committee? Have you ever heard COSATU say, comment on those who say, but have you ever heard them call for the suspension of big wigs who are busy corrupt the top echelons of government? I know yeah, he must go with the whole board. Whether the place is going to be in collapse, whether the place will require some kind of a stability, no, it doesn't concern them. But they must grandstand at big rallies so that they can remain relevant. No, I prepare this speech to that ANC rally because it has just happened. Now, don't ring otherwise. Got a message of support to 180 ANC. It's terrible. The unions must go back to the drawing board. And I know I've used COSATU as an example because we expect more, we expect better. As part of the Tripartite Alliance, we expect them to be the first ones who have access to power, access to decision makers who can make the lives of workers better. Now they're playing marbles there. They're playing marbles. There are people are eating crumbs from a table which they are busy eating, but food of privilege. COSATU. Can't you know they suddenly they remember, hey, the board must resign and what have you. What is the program of action? One of the big lessons as we march into the future is that unions must truly not be part of an entanglement with the ruling elite. And until there is a level, a modicum of equality in this country. We wear a badge of shame as the most unequal society in the world, where a worker could be earning 1,000 and their boss can be earning R1 billion easily. And then in between somewhere there, COSATU finds a way of being more on this side of those who are earning billions than on those who are helpless, those who are disenfranchised, those who are dying with hunger every day. The current COSATU leadership, the current labor leaders must hang their heads in shame, man. They must hang their heads in shame. And every day they are praying that, we pray that, the alliance must be reconfigured one day. It's been years since the whole issue of reconfiguration of the alliance was mooted, and nothing is happening. They are mumbling, they are biting their tongues here when we ask them, but when is this reconfiguration? How will it look like? No, the ANC is a leader of the alliance. ANC is the leader of the alliance. Hey, that has failed. That has produced 55% unemployment rate. It has produced terrible labor laws. It has produced hunger for 14 million people. It has produced unemployment for young people. You are twiddling your thumbs while Rome bends. Let's take a break now.